One of the known issues you may run into from time to time with Hawkeye, and it will be in this 3D screen because of the way the algorithm has to try to position everything in a three-dimensional format. There's going to be an error every once in a while where the left or right, above, below will be off from what you know is correct. I went through this particular curve that I already had loaded up into the program and found a point where I knew there was an inaccuracy. I created a target on that point so that I can find it easy on the quick plot screen that we're about to go to. But I just want to let you know that this target is not something you would see in your well plan or from the well planners. I created this just to give me a reference point so I knew where to find it. That's pretty easy to do. I can show that in a later video. But like I said, this just for a reference point. But if we, with the proximity on and we want to check our left right, that shows that we're 2.7 feet left. So the well plan would be 2.7 feet to the left of the as drilled well bore. But if we look down the line of sight, we know that it is very obvious this is right of the line and not left of the line. So how would we know if that information was accurate or not? If we took that survey and it showed we were left and we knew we were right, how would we figure out exactly where we were? You can scroll up or down and that problem may go away. Everything just has to be the perfect situation for this to be wrong. But the best way to always check this quite frequently, especially if you have any concern with accuracies, go to the quick plot screen. When you open this up the first time, it's not going to look like this. The scale may be on 2000 each, the vertical section direction may not be accurate. You have to play with this, changing the scaling, right click and drag to get you to the point where you know you want to be. And every time you change the scaling, it's going to move everything. So it'll take some finagling. If you start doing this from the beginning of a well bore and you just keep following it as you go, it'll be easy to keep track of it. Trying to find it at the end of a well, getting exactly where you need to be, that can be a little time consuming. Be patient with it. But I know that I created that target, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop up the 3D screen and see it here. So this 2.7 feet left, I'm going to turn that target on. So show targets, there's the target that I created to give me that reference point. So I knew what I was looking for. Now if I left click and drag to this point, we are 4 feet right of the line. So at any point here, we know that in all reality, we were 4 foot right of the line, but the 3D plot was showing 2.7 feet left of the line. So if you run into an issue where something does not look right, refer back to the quick plot, because this is going to give you the look and feel of the Windsurf plot screen that you may be used to in the past. And there are several things you can do in here to try to manipulate how this looks. You can change the views. Just play around with this. You're not going to change anything on your surveys or mess anything up. And anytime that you get out of whack, let's just say, okay, we'll do this. We'll just reset all of this back. So this is how it's going to look when you first open it up. So it's just jumbled up. Scroll in, we'll see. So this is the point, default target. That's what we were looking for. And there's our point there. But it's not going to let us zoom in close enough. So if we change our scaling down to 500, okay, we can zoom in a little bit more, get a little bit closer here. We can keep playing with this till we get it where we want it. Same as this one. If we just kind of bump it down, we're at 50 feet now. All right, so we lost where we were. So exactly what I wanted to show you there. If we go back to auto, go back to 2000, and we zoom in, now we can just start bumping everything down. So the green line, we know that's what we're looking for. And we got to find our well plan, our as drill surveys as they come off of that. So it'll take a while to get there because it went from 1,000 feet all the way to 50 feet on the scaling. So just be patient with it. Follow it over. If you don't make such big jumps, it won't do that. And it's not going to do that when you first start. It's just what I had it set on before that. So it's trying to reference that point. But there's our target right there. So we know this is where we were looking for. and you can play with everything here. So your scaling, your vertical section, direction, just like you would in Windsurf Plot Screen, that's where you would change this. And that's pretty much it. If there are any more questions, you guys can reach out to me at any point. I'll try to help you out. But this will be more accurate because of a two-dimensional form than the 3D plot screen will be. So if you're having any kind of concerns whatsoever, instead of trying to drag Windsurf back out or run it on the calculator, go to the quick plot screen. It'll give you all the answers that you need.